Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome to your reading. Okay, so my name's Holly. I'm an energy reader, psychic medium, and I like to start with the vibe of the day. So I don't have a coffee mug with me. I think I did too much yesterday, and I'm not feeling 100% again today, so I've got to kind of take it a little bit easy. And I'm still fixated on trying to find the one that I'm looking. I know there's one I'm looking for. I know there's one that's waiting for me. I need to go hit some thrift stores because I have a feeling it's going to be someplace like that where it's just going to be a couple of dollars and it's going to be exactly the mug I want. And I think it's one I may use for quite a bit here. So, okay, excuse me while I adjust and get all comfy. All right, the vibe of the day. So take your time. I know I sound like an elementary school teacher now, and that was not my gig. What I'm doing, let me back up rather than just starting this all over again. When I tap in, I ask spirit, I try to center and ground, and I'm kind of doing that all at once while I'm making this. But I do ask spirit to lead, guide, infuse me with the feeling and the words to communicate to the collective what is the dominant energy for the day. And what I'm hearing, and I'm getting a really high frequency now in this ear, and this is the ear where information usually comes in. So I know. Remember, as I always say, your body is your biggest psychic tool. It's okay to find peace amid the chaos. It's okay to rest when you need to. Take your time. Answers will be presented very shortly. I'm seeing like 14th or 15th, and I think I got that with yesterday's reading. So it would have to be December. We've already passed that for November. So I feel like there are going to be answers coming for questions that we have, whether it's in our personal lives, professional, current events, whatever it is. There's going to be a shifting and a settling. So we are going through massive astronomical and astrological changes right now. We are going through a whole lot of changes in general. I think even our bodies are shifting and adjusting. I know mine is. My poor body's been through it. So you know what? Hug yourself. Tell yourself you're proud of yourself for all the work you are doing to heal and get well. So, but we are currently in the middle of this massive shift, almost like turning a page. Not just turning a page, but closing a book and opening a whole new one. So the 14th or 15th, mid-month, I just keep hearing mid-month. So I believe that will be possibly December. I also feel like this could extend all the way through to January. February, for some reason, is blocked out of my mind. I can't even see February, but I'm getting March. So between, I think December is still going to be a little choppy, mid-month. But that's when we're going to start feeling and seeing the biggest result of changes starting to develop through March 15th. So that's a timeline at least. This will ring true and differently for each individual, for each person. And this is a general reading. Please remember that. It is a general reading. It cannot apply to everyone. But this energetic shift and change, this is really cool. Okay, so at the turn of the year, we are going to be given the option that if I compared it to not just turning a page, but closing a book and opening a new one, what I'm hearing is that we will be given the opportunity that if we don't like the book we're reading, we will be shown how and given the tools to open up an entirely different book. All of that is symbolic, of course. I think you guys know what I'm talking about here. If you don't like where you are, that will change. If you don't like the things that are happening, if you don't like the work you're doing, it has to do with work for a lot of you. Between You're still going to be feeling like you're going to feel like you're grinding. You get your nose to the grindstone, same old, same old. This is a way of life and a quality of life issue. You still feel like you're in the trenches. Mid-March, March 15th. Isn't that the Ides of March? March 15th. As a collective, in general, if you are ready to move forward and willing to take that step, there's going to be a shift, and the old book will be permanently closed and a new one will open. There's going to be a change in lifestyle for some of you. Again, this isn't going to be for everyone. There's going to be an enormous shift in lifestyle by March 15th or around the time of the 15th of March. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that was coming. Okay. All right. I am going to go ahead and jump right into some cards right now. And I did have to do a lot of energy retrieval work today. I felt like sometimes even when people think negative thoughts about you, and it might not have anything to do with anything you've done, it could just be their own issues. But when people think negative thoughts, if you are really empathic, psychic, whatever, it feels like a drain. And I talked about being drained in an earlier read. I think it was the Monday read. And so, or Monday reading. But I was so drained and worn out. I really thought I was going to either pass out or throw up. That's how bad it was. I am slowly starting to come back around, and that's because I did a really intense energy retrieval with the help of Protectorate, Guardians, Guides, Archangel Michael, and I specifically asked for all cords to be severed, healing light moved through each end of it. So I always suggest that. It's not that you're looking for retribution. Sometimes people don't even know what they're doing. And you might just be receptive enough that you pick up on things that they're thinking when most people may not. So always ask that the cords be completely severed, removed, almost like a cauterization, and light healing both ends. You don't have to leak out and drain out your energy until you're completely depleted. Otherwise, you are useless for anyone and anything. Okay, so energy retrieval. And if you're not familiar with that, if you're new to the channel, an energy retrieval, I have a 6-minute video in the community section. I linked it in the community section on the homepage for this channel, and it's very quick, very easy. And I was so depleted. I couldn't even go stand outside or stand up. I was just so drained and tired. I was lying in my bed and did it, but it worked. And you just can, visualize and see all your pieces coming back. No one has a right to them but you. No one. And if someone is thinking negative thoughts and that's what's happening, well then, you know what? The sooner you cut those cords, the sooner you'll start feeling better. Energy is real. Okay? All right. Now, interestingly, as I was talking about this, 2 cards jumped out. Now, I did trim these down. These are... I need to find the box for these. I just had them in a little green pouch. I do not remember the name of these. I don't even know if they're in print any longer. They were given to me a number of years ago. So it's a really cool deck. And so instead of wands, they have bows. So they have slightly different And I think arrows instead of, you know what, I don't know what the suits are. I'll be honest with you. I don't use these a whole lot, but they're very cool. And when I need them, I know it's the right deck. So, or when I want to use them, it's the right deck. You never need a deck, but they're just fun, you know? We have the suits of arrows, bows. So one or the other of those is going to be either wands or swords. I don't know. We have stones, which I'm thinking will be pentacles, and we have vessels, which will be cups. All right, so the first one that came out, King of Bows, Adder. That is a big old tangle of snakes. Snakes are spirit carriers. They don't have to be a scary thing. They can be protectors and they can be spirit the carriers of spirit messages as well. It depends on what traditions you grew up with and how you see them. Now, even though I do have a great deal of respect for snakes, it's not like I want one as a pet, and it's not like I want to keep them around me. Okay, if I saw one out, more power to you, man. You just go on and slither on by. You know, the world is yours. I will back away gladly. Okay. But when you're talking about cards, these snakes look like they are agitated, like they could strike. It is no coincidence I was talking about pulling back your energy, pulling in your energy, and severing cords and ties. You could see them almost as snake entities that are implanted in you, biting into your flesh, or you could see them as like PVC pipe, or you could see them as whatever. But I just, with this card in this instance, while I was talking about what I was talking about with energy retrieval, the need for it, I have a feeling, okay, thank you, Spirit. And they just clarified even more. So this is what that's about. Someone's negative thoughts and someone's negative words may be biting and trying to drain you and fill you with venom. So be mindful of that. Now, who cares? Honestly, their words, their thoughts, who cares? People who really know you will not believe any of it. Okay? So who cares what they do? Their truth will be shown in the light of day. However, you don't want to absorb any of their venom. You don't want the wounds from where they've been biting at you energetically. You don't need to suffer from that. Now, this is the reality of it. This is the reality of this work. And this is the reality of being empathic. This is the reality of being psychic. This is the reality of energy. And a lot of people don't even realize this is what's happening to them. So this is sort of the downside of working with energy, but in a way, at least we know what's happening so we can prevent it, stop it, cauterize those wounds, and heal from it. If you are feeling so weak you could barely stand, much like I did earlier, just say, no. And you can insert whatever explicative you want right before that. No. I don't think so. You get to be in control of where you send your energy and for what purposes. Hopefully, when you choose to do that, it will be for healing and the wellness of others and yourself. But no. So pull back your energy, do the energy retrieval. And if you've got to do it more than once, do it more than once. And then do a quick inhale and shore it up. Make sure you shore up your energy. Okay? That's going to be really important. The other card that came out, and it's a bunch of just stupid stuff too. This is annoying to me. So if I seem a little agitated, it's because this is annoying me. It's this me kind of stuff. Little bits of biting words and comments and jealousies and thoughts and insecurities. And you know what? If that's all you've got, you need to go on with it. We've got stuff to do. We don't need that. We've done our work. You go do yours. Okay? All right. So the next card. And this is so sweet. This is so sweet, you all. Wrens are just sweet little birds. Now, I know house wrens can be fighters too. And sometimes you just got to let people know who you are. So the Page of Arrows, in a kind and gentle way, of course, but Page of Arrows, and it's the wren. Notice the snowy weather. Okay, in the northern hemisphere where I live, we are moving into the later part of autumn or mid-autumn, moving into winter. And so I think we're supposed to get our first kind of taste of wintry weather this weekend, which is really late here. But this wren is out there still singing its song, unfazed. And I'm asking Spirit to guide me and direct me to know what to say to the collective about this card. What I'm hearing is that the snow and the season is actually going to be purifying. So if you're in the southern hemisphere and you're just like deep into spring, you can use the melting snows or flowing water. Flowing water is going to be, it's still, this water imagery is coming up really strongly as a way to cleanse and purge. In this instance, it's sort of frozen water. If you live somewhere where it's more of a springtime, it will be the thawing, rushing water to cleanse and purge, whichever way. This is very often, the snow and ice is very often freezing out negativity, freezing out the heated passion of, not good passion, but the bad kind, where people are just like fuming and heated and argumentative and whatever. But this wren is still singing its sweet song. Okay, that was a little tricky for me to say. There is a cleansing and a purging that's happening. And so if you are not feeling well, that is what's happening with your body. There's a cleansing and a purging that's happening. If you get called or to eat certain foods or consume certain liquids, to not consume or eat others, then honor that, listen to it, and that may change yet again. I had a very specific craving earlier for a banana, and I haven't had a banana in I don't know how long. There was something in it I needed, whether it was potassium, magnesium, I don't know. But I knew I needed to go get a banana, as weird as that is. That's kind of random, and that's not on my radar. So normally they don't agree with me very well, but I knew I needed one today. So honor your body and what you are craving. I'm also hearing from Spirit about that. Start thinking, little baby, one of my kitty cats is here. About that, think about if you're not sure what you want, if you have a craving, think of foods and liquids by color scheme. What color of food do you need? So visualize either the reds, oranges, I don't mean like the fruit orange, I mean like the color spectrum orange, purple, whatever it is. If you need protein, what kind of protein, actually sit and visualize all of these foods in front of you. And today what hit me was, number one, I needed a banana. I also need to have in my diet an avocado, a little bit of sweet potato, and I need some iron. I need iron big time. And so that's what I'm going to start working on here soon, making some food. But it was like very specific foods, okay? So maybe for you it's something else entirely. Just note what your body is telling you it needs. Okay? Oh, baby. Sweet little girl. Oh, my goodness. And I always have to remember what Spirit told me. They're not my babies. They are spiritually evolved beings. But I always like to tell her she's a spiritually evolved being in a tiny little baby girl body. So, yes, you are. Okay. She's becoming kind of a regular in the readings. Okay, I will try to figure out what deck this is and let you know. All right, now let's go to the next deck. This is kind of a random hodgepodge, but I think it's important. These are important messages. All right, this is a gigantic box. And the book is full color, huge, big, heavy book. It's really pretty. This is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. This is a cool deck. It's a little tricky. It's very different. They've changed the names of a lot of things. I have not cut these down because they are borderless, which I do like. So like, for example, this is the Seven of Challenges. So that is the Seven of Swords. And you've got a bunch of foxes stealing things away from a caravan, you know, the little sneaky things. And so you have challenges are swords. What else? Let's see. Spells are, I don't remember. I'll have to remember. Okay. Visions, that's cups. And oh, let me see. Well, I guess we could just figure it out as we go. Boons. Oh, that must be money. So boons, B-O-O-N-S. I have a feeling that's going to be the coins or pentacles. So spells must be wands. Oh, of course, wands, spells. Okay, clever. All right. All right. Mother, Father, God, what are the messages for the collective today? What are the messages for the collective today? Please guide all my words, thoughts, and actions. Sorry, little baby girl. I didn't mean to scare you. It's kind of difficult with you right there, but I love you, little bitty. All right. And then they are on their own path and on their own time frame. So, you know, I just have to honor that and be happy they're here while they're here. And she's fine. She should still have a lot of good time left with me. Okay, so now, all right, what? Okay, all right, messages for the collective, please. Messages for the collective, please. Spirit guides and guardians, protectorate. This home is a sanctified and safe place. No ill intent may enter. Okay. All right. So let's see what we've got here. Again, 2 cards. So 2 and 2. The first one is, what order did they come in? Are they like this or no? It's like this on top. Okay. Suspension. So I believe this would be in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot. This would be the Hanged Man. So this is suspension. This is, it reminds me of, because that is like the bark of a tree, it reminds me of like a chunk of amber that has an insect embedded in it that's millions of years old. It also has a dragonfly. And I'm hearing spirit wisdom. That means wisdom, spirit, wisdom of spirit. This wispy thing, I know it isn't, but I keep getting that it's like an umbilical cord. Because this also could be, it looks like a birthing or, you know, something like that. It's kind of a weird card. I'm also hearing frozen in time. So there's someone in the collective or someone in the collective, someone you know of. I don't know that this is someone in the collective so much. I feel like this is about someone you know who may be frozen in time. And that is the most distinct message I'm getting. They are frozen in time, but they can be birthed out of that and into a new reality should they so choose. But it is up to that person to make the choice. You cannot make that choice for them. They have guides, guardians whispering in their ear. They have that spiritual knowledge about them, but they are frozen in time with intention because they're not ready. They're simply not ready to answer the call yet. So there's nothing you can do about that. The next card child of spells. So this is a young person. This would be like a page in the regular Rider-Waite tarot. So this is a child with a wand, and look at the little rabbit, just embarking, just at the beginning, embarking on the journey of learning how to create and manifest. So what do these two cards have to do together, Spirit? Please help me to understand where you want this to go. I hope this isn't insulting. It doesn't mean to be, because I don't think this is about anyone in the collective. I think this is about a situation you're dealing with. I feel like someone in the collective or a group of you may be dealing with a situation where you've got someone who's frozen in time and someone else who's just at the beginning of their journey and learning how to grow and become who they will be. So between these two, you've got a full plate to deal with, okay? You have got a ton on your plate. Although you had a mixed metaphor there, I think, or mixed imagery. So whichever. You all know what I mean. So I feel like you've got two individuals here, and the person in the collective that this is for, you're like, what do I do? You know, what do I do? Well, this one you can't do anything about. This is an adult, and this is an adult who's frozen in time and chooses to stay that way. They will come around when they come around, and if they don't, that's their call. They may do it next lifetime. Tough love, but that's the way it is. We have to remember we can't live other people's lessons and drag them along with us. We have to take them where they are, and where they are may not be where you are. But this is a child. This is a young person. This is someone who's just learning. This is someone who's got this ability of manifestation. And that poor rabbit, run, rabbit, run. It's like, you know, before it turns you into something, who knows? This is someone who is just at the beginning of learning how to become a master. They are nowhere near a master. I'm hearing very clearly that it's someone in the collective who is trying to guide and lead this person. You can do that without even worrying about this. So let's get another one to clarify. And I want it from, they want me to use a different deck for this. Which deck? No. Okay, I picked it up from the middle, and okay. Ask for clarification. I still felt like there was one from this deck, and instead of shuffling again, I just picked it up. Here's the one that came out for clarification. This is the Three of Challenges. So this would be like the Three of Swords. It kind of reminds you of Hansel and Gretel, doesn't it? The father who has the new stepwife who is forcing him to abandon the children. No. He's a grown man. He knows what he's doing. Now, this person is choosing to stay cocooned. And even though they know better, and they have the wisdom, spiritual wisdom and knowledge to know better, they are choosing to stay in hibernation and frozen in time. This child is full of wonderment and excitement. And this person feels as though there has been an abandonment. Now, whether that's an inner child or literal children, it feels like this person is weeping and crying with worry. But there's only one adult here. This kid looks just fine. This, all of a sudden you get a whole new perspective, don't you? Why? Why weep over someone who won't change? Or miss an opportunity with something that hasn't even happened? This goes back to, I'm seeing in my mind the adder from the first deck, which I don't have that card out now. All those snakes, the biting, the backstabbing, the talking, the manipulation, the venom, the wounds. I'm seeing that card, and what I'm hearing is that this person has wounds all over his body from the biting, the venom. This person has more control than they think. Stop, turn around, and say, come on, kids, it's time to go home. And it's that easy. Spirit, what do I need to say about this? Where is this going? What is this about? Oh, they're telling me it has to do with personal power. Someone is in the process of, and this is a general reading, if it's for you, if it's for someone you know, regardless of what it is, just take it for what it's worth, okay? This is a general reading. It may not be yours at all. But this is about someone reclaiming their power. Remembering who they are, reclaiming their power, cutting those cords and ties to a past that is not going to change, not going to evolve, and never going to heal itself until it's darn good and ready. If that ever happens. All this man has to do is heal, realize his own power, strength, and value and worth, and turn around and look at those kids. I also feel like there's an internal journey about this. So it could be that this little boy and girl is also the internal journey of this person. And I feel like that's going to be the case for a whole lot of people. It is the merging of the masculine and feminine. It is the healing process visualized as something outside of yourself. Okay, so we're getting into some of the deeper psychological aspects here. Oh, gosh. It even makes me feel kind of queasy. I think I'm getting closer to it, and it's affecting, I'm feeling that a lot of emotion, almost a panic. There's almost a panic that's setting in. There are too many what ifs being rolled around in this person's head. This is this person. They are trying to pretend to be strong, but they haven't blended and merged all parts of themselves. When they do, the strength will be real. Give me another card, please. And look at this. The Two of Visions or the Two of Cups. The soul coming together. The soul coming together to form its truest and strongest reality. Compassion and nurturing. As soon as this guy merges his energies, deals with the demons of his past, not the demons, the wounds, releases all of the toxicity of the past, and understands the true value of what this person has to offer. These little, it feels like almost a panic attack. These little mini panic attacks will start to subside. And this person needs to hear they're not doing anything wrong. They just need to heal. This card makes me smile. This is a big goofball. This is a goofball who's like, da, 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 happy on my way, just learning, exploring, and will be just fine. This person, if they could, I don't even know what to think about this one. Bye-bye. That's what I'm thinking. But this person is the one that's wounded. This person is the one that's truly, deeply, emotionally hurt. And the merging of the self has to happen. And when it does, you get this type of internal union. And that's where the real strength is found. And again, that's where those little mini panic attacks stop. Whew, that was an unpleasant feeling. If that's the feeling that whomever this is, if that's what they're having, those little mini panic attacks, daggone, that's uncomfortable. Okay. Now, so this is about an internal journey. Oh gosh, we're already 36 minutes in. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. So this is about an internal journey, calling back your energy, releasing ties and cords, realizing that we can't control the actions of others, and their actions are not a reflection upon us. No matter how many times they've sunk their fangs into, whomever to release the venom into that person, whether it's you or someone you know, you don't have to carry that. You can release it. That's powerful reading. That's actually a really powerful message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for walking me through that and helping me to understand what to say. This is a big week. There's all kinds of revelations and things happening. Okay. All right. Listen to your body. It's almost like we've had 2 readings today. One about listen to your body, take care of yourself, how to heal yourself, and then the reading part. Wow. That's a lot to cram into 37 minutes now. Last minute of it, me rambling. Okay. All right, everyone. Bottom line, you have a perfect soul, so don't forget that. Okay. I am sending you so much love and gratitude. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and we will talk soon. Bye.